little bit of introductions, and I will say that my name is Vicki Ferris, IE. It says BICKY, but I am IE with TRUIST Bank. I am a branch leader for the Saberton office in Morgantown. I have been a cluster branch leader and I've managed every branch in Morgantown from one time to another. Absolutely love what I do and enjoy meeting with small business owners and people starting out with small businesses to help them, educate them, and help them to grow their business. So that is who I am. This is my colleague, Roxanne Sido. She manages 18 branches. She covers the whole area, but I'll let you do the introductions for yourself, Roxanne.
Thank you, Vicki. So my name is Roxanne Sido. I am a retail area leader with TRUIST. As Vicki mentioned, I do cover 18 branches. I'm actually housed in Martinsburg, so in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia. But I cover all the way over to the Clarksburg, Bridgeport area. Been with the company for 18 years now, was also a branch leader. And I also served as a small business specialist for some time. So really working with a lot of local business owners, helping them to develop their business, did a lot of business lending as well under that role. So very excited to be here with each and every one of you today, and would love to learn a little bit more about each of you.
Well, eyes are on me, I guess.
You're up next.
I'm Dan Miller. I'm employed here in Morgantown with Protest and Associates, which I would say is a small business, but 4 or 5 years ago, they won the Large Business Award for the Morgantown Area Partnership during that annual dinner. Potesta has about 80 employees, but only about 10 of them are here in Morgantown. And that's why I think it's kind of small. But I'm also here as I have my own business called Miller Consulting, and it basically deals with real estate. I have a number of rental apartments and would like to learn how to utilize that as collateral in order to maybe grow the business. What options there are in that respect.
And our very favorite Charlie Sims.
Well, if you don't know me by now, I think we met earlier, so yeah, you spoke probably know a little bit about me. I'm a retired banker. I was with you for 30+ years. And, done a number of things over the years. I managed the operations center there, and we went into retail for a while, and then so pretty much investment services, pretty much all the areas of the bank in one way or another. I was in.
I don't know about investments. That's fantastic.
That was pre-regulatory, where you had to have all of the licenses.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we studied.
I'm not going there, Kelly. I won't go with those licenses.
That's when I decided I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I mean, those tests
Hard.
are hard, and I think they're quite intimidating.
Tests for what?
To get your license to be able to sell investments and be an investment advisor.
Yeah.
I get it. There were no licenses.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So a lot of things that I did in banking have changed so much from when I started. But full time in banking was over 40 years. 43 was previously. So I've seen a lot of changes, and you all have seen a lot of changes, even though you haven't been in it quite that long.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see more changes.
And I think banking changes on a daily basis. So we just keep on going. And you, sir?
I'm Frank Goldsboro, and I'm a business coach with the Small Business Development Center. And getting funding for a business is one of our most common requests is for assistance. A lot of the majority of our customers want some type of help in planning for and applying for funds to make their small businesses happen.
Yes.
I'm Anna Carrier. I'm the Vice President of Chamber Services here for the partnership, and try to make our members happy and provide them with resources. And you all are certainly a resource and a member. So
Thank you.
yes, making connections with you all to our other members and those looking to start businesses here in the area.
And then we have the beautiful Amy.
Yeah, I'm Amy Loomis. I'm the revitalization services for the partnership, and today I'll be running your tech. In person, online.
Yes, and I hope that I do justice on this. I'm not great at standing at a podium here speaking. I can speak, sitting in a chair, but I will try this. So BB&T, we are now Truist. We had our final merger with SunTrust. February 22nd, we became Truist. So, okay, Amy, we just pushed did it go? No.
I have to point it this way.
Yeah.
A lot of cross tech wires here.
To do that, I'm gonna say, I work with the partnership now. I told you all that is. It's like, okay, everybody was saying what they're currently doing, they can tell everybody what I do now.
Try the button.
There you go.
Try the button again. The sensors over here.
I want to point in at you, Amy.
It went forward for a second there.
Yeah.
Hold it. There we go. So part of Truist is our purpose and our mission and our values. And I love Truist Bank because of what our purpose and our mission and our values are. Our purpose is to inspire and build better lives and communities. And our mission is for our clients to provide distinctive, secure, and successful experiences through touch and technology. The touch and the technology is a very big piece for retail clients and for business clients. Not a lot of traffic goes into the branches anymore, as they call the brick and the mortar. Everything is done online. Deposits are done online, everything. So we want to be able to have that touch with the technology, and we have incorporated that very well. So part of our mission also is with our teammates is to create an inclusive and energizing environment that empowers teammates to learn, grow, and have meaningful careers. And this is phenomenal. I started as 25-hour teller without a college degree. My personal story is me and my husband had an insurance agency. We had 3 offices. We had that for 22 years. He had a stroke and is disabled. I needed a place that I cared about and that had medical insurance, and Truist Bank, it was there for me. And I fell in love with it as a 25-hour teller and learned and moved up to a branch leader. So I just can't speak more happiness with the financial institution that I work for. Stakeholders optimize long-term value for our stakeholders through safe, sound, and ethical practices. So in our values are trustworthy, caring, one team, success, and happiness. One of the things I like the most is caring. I love caring for my clients. I love building that relationship. One team, I like the fact that all of us work together for anything that we need within the branch, our goals and things like that. But happiness, I wake up, I can say I wake up every morning and I am happy to go to work. So the next slide, I'm gonna, so we did the welcome. Let me go to another one. All right. So a part of this, growing your business and the baking basics, family budgeting, become a homeowner, growing your business. These are all things that we can teach with our financial insights that we do provide. We have some wonderful programs. If someone was just interested in home ownership, how to build your credit score. We have fantastic websites that you can go on that are completely free. So, but we are discussing growing your business. So some of the expectations, first of all, no two businesses are alike. I do have this gentleman that just opened a business and it's about boats. He is renting boats, he is fixing boats, you know, that is his task. His business is going to be completely different than a business that I have where she has a house cleaning business and cleans commercial buildings and things like that. So we have to have those conversations with our business clients to see what are their specific needs, because each business is completely different. So typically I would ask, how long have you been in business? And then we would go from there on how to grow your business. What are your annual sales? That helps us with understanding what kind of lending we can do. Where do you see your business in 5 years? Do you want to multiply it? Do you want a new office? Do you want to expand throughout the state? These are all questions that if I was sitting in front of a business owner, having a meeting that I would ask, because when you're self-employed and you're paying for self-employed medical insurance and stuff, you want to have your business to be completely profitable so that you can enjoy your business and not feel bombarded. As a self-employed owner, with me and my husband, the biggest thing was the bombardment of medical insurance and things like that. And TRUIST, we are able to help with that. So we dive into insurance, we dive into cash flow, we dive into all those other things. What things do you need to know, do, or learn to get there? And we are trained and help you, reach each step for wherever you are in the growth of your business. Where's that little ticker there, Amy? Let me try this again. No. Oh, are you doing it?
Yeah.
All right, so I broke the ticker. Way to go, Vicky. So some of the critical elements that we will discuss today are, and I hope that I'm not just reading this verbatim, but the material is very important. Personal and business finances. Number one, completely is so very important to keep your personal finances separate from your business finances. It is extremely important to make sure that you are paying yourself and not using all your money out of your business accounts and stuff like that to pay for things that you would use in the personal aspect. Cash flow, merchant services. Are you taking Visa? Is it something that would be good for your business? Most businesses do not take checks anymore. Most businesses do take the Visa, the debit cards, the things like that. And even for a business client that I have that does home services of cleaning for commercial buildings and stuff, that person that needs that house cleaned is going to be easily able to pay with her debit card, then go get cash, things like that. Borrowing solutions. We have multiple things that we can do about borrowing for your business. Insurance, key man insurance is very good. If you are hurt on the job, who is going to pay you, things like that. Business insurance itself for your employees and things, we have that. Employees, direct deposits. We have background checks. If, you sign up for the payroll, the direct deposits, we can do background checks. Does this person, have child? What's the word I'm looking for, Roxanne? Where their wages are garnished, because you are responsible as a small business owner to be able to know that so that you can garnish those wages. So there's a lot of things that we do. So learning objectives, separating your personal and your business finances, effectively managing your cash flow, keeping your business up to date with the right technology, knowing credit options and when the need arises, having insurance to protect you from the unexpected. People do not want to buy insurance. Insurance is expensive, but there is going to come a point where you're going to need that insurance. So it is so much better to have insurance on your business than to not. And hiring the right employees for your business. So I think we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so how can I keep my personal business accounts separate? On your paperwork, it says that you can write those down, some ways that you can ensure personal and business accounts remain separate. I like to say to my business clients, if you're going to the grocery store and you're using your business debit card or your business credit card to buy groceries for the week, that is a personal expense. If you are strictly keeping everything in your business account, using that business credit card, using that business debit card for strictly for business purposes, you take your statements from your credit card, you take your statements from your checking account, you take that to your accountant, they can just go down and list that off. When you get in the muddy part is when you're using your business account for personal things. Because as a self-employed person, the taxes, once you reach a certain level, and I know this from experience, you are automatically taxed a certain amount once you have sales. You want to be able to have the tax write-offs and be able to prove, in case you were audited, that everything is legit. So when we open a business account, so opening a business account for the business owner, we do build a personal profile because you are the guarantor for that business. However, if it's an LLC, it is completely separate, but we do have your name in the system as the owner of that business. So you would need a social security number, date of birth, full address, ID, individual percentage of ownership. This is a new thing that's come up in the federal regulations called the CDDVO. And what that is if me and Roxanne had a roller skate rink business, doesn't that sound like fun, Roxanne? And I owned 50%. Roxanne doesn't like skating so much, so she owns 25. However, me and Charlie can kill it on the roller rink. So he's going to own the other 25. So we have documentation that says Vicky 50, Roxanne 25, Charlie 25. So those are some federal regulation forms that have to be incorporated with business accounts. So for the business employee identification number, your federal tax ID, your business incorporation's details and issue dates. So you can go onto the Secretary of State and get all that information and to bring into the bank, because we do have to see that you are registered. Of course, we also can pull it up on the Secretary of State. Business address, current bank information. So those are all things within opening a business account. Okay, so in this chart, this is your cash flow. And as you break it down, collecting money. Who are your customers and how do they pay you? Do they pay you cash? Do they pay you debit cards? Do they pay you with visas? These are all things that you're going to want to think of. Making payments. How do you pay your bills and your employees? That is, a very paying employees, payroll, making sure everything is up to date and stuff so that they get their W-2s and everything. Managing, investing, and protecting your money. How do you manage your money day to day? How long do you plan on being in business? Is it going to be 20 years? Is it going to be 25 years? Is it going to be something that you want to pass down to a child, to a nephew or something like that? You still, as an employee, a self-employed person want to make sure that you are investing, protecting your money so that at the day that you wish to retire or turn the business over, you have money to do that. So collecting money, cash checks, mobile deposit, we do that for businesses. It's fantastic. Debit and credit cards, merchant services, wires and ACHs. And you can do a lot of this online with our cash manager online. Let's say that you need to order supplies and you want, to get the money to them as fast as possible. You can do a wire with your cash manager online, sends the money directly to them. They receive it that day. Deposit accounts. I like to tell businesses when they do open their accounts, you want an operating account. So your business checking account, you want an operating account, you want a payroll account. You also want a business savings account because you're going to have to pay taxes or you're going to have things come up. So you want to make sure that you're paying a little bit into that. And then of course your personal account, where you are paying yourself. It is vital to pay yourself because you will rob yourself and put yourself in financial, not ruins, but you will hurt yourself if you're not paying yourself and only taking money out of the business. So managing your money, I like to help clients when I sit down and look at their tax returns and things that they do, how they can manage their money. Small business online, we have fantastic online for TRUIST that we can link personal accounts with your business accounts. We can keep them separate, however you wish to see your money. So making payments, how do you pay? We did that. Basically credit cards, things like that, bill pay when you have to pay vendors and stuff like that. Payroll, we do no longer have ADP, but we do have payroll that we have at TRUIST that is very beneficial. So it's so much easier to have a computer program to be able to say, Tom Smith is going to be paid this is the hours. It helps keep track of the time and everything. It prints out your W-2s. It helps with your taxes. There's so much out there for small business owners to utilize to cut down on the stresses that they have in their business. Am I standing too close to this? Okay.
I just want to go back for a second. This is a
Yeah.
great illustration that we use when business owners are initially thinking about starting their business, because this really kind of gets those wheels spinning to think about, okay, how are they going to be collecting funds? What options do they want to have available to their customers or their clients? And then that also allows us to make some recommendations to them of what types of products and services could be available to them as well. And it just illustrates for them the ways that cash comes into the business, but then also ways that cash goes out of the business. So it kind of starts the thinking around that cash flow, which Vicki is going to go into a little more detail with the cash flow statement.
We got a Zoom person. Hi, I'm Vicki. Welcome. Okay, so this is cash on hand at the beginning of the month, your cash receipts, your sales. This breaks things down. This is everything that you want to look at to give you the bottom line. Cash on hand at the end of the month, total cash paid out, owner's withdrawal, paying yourself, capital purchases. If you have business loans and principals, meals and entertainment, office expenses. It is fantastic to run a business. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but there are a lot of things that we don't think of that with this statement, it really breaks things down to where we know exactly where we need to be when we're having a small business and starting up a small business. Any questions on this, and anything you can add to this, Roxanne, because you know. Okay. Looks like a lot, but when you break it down, that is the basics of running a business. So, Miss Amy, we can go to the next one. So some of your biggest expenses, cash flow to grow your business. Anybody have any questions on that?
One thing that we like to talk with our clients about, any business owner can think about, are ways that they can optimize their cash flow. So if they have payables, is there options for terms? Could they maximize the amount of time that they have to pay certain items? Some businesses will offer 30 days, some maybe 45 days. Same thing with accounts receivables. Are they collecting funds right away, or are they offering terms to their clients? Some that offer terms, if it's 30 days, they're not getting those funds for 30 days. So maybe a line of credit might be a way to optimize that cash flow, to speed that cash flow up so that they have funds available that they can spend before they're actually receiving those receivables. So that's just an exercise that we can sit down and talk with business owners about to get them, again, thinking about different ways that they can optimize that cash flow, because cash flow is extremely important, especially when we get into the borrowing for businesses.
I'll add, accounts receivable, like sometimes Sharon and I will recommend, because obviously it's an asset to the business, but it doesn't count till you receive it, is to offer incentives to pay early or in the 30 days, like give them a 2% discount, they pay with 7 or 14.
Absolutely, and that optimizes that cash flow as well. Great point.
Very good. Areas you could cut costs. I mean, you're going to have to, and in my perspective, business is going to have to be running for a few months to where you can see where you could actually cut some costs and save some money. We can move on to the next one, Ms. Amy. Merchant services. Nobody likes the fee, but nobody carries cash, and it is a fantastic, fantastic product. So you want to ask yourself, how do you currently accept payments over the counter, on the go, mobile, online? Can consumers pay for goods and services quick and easily? Now you're going to do that with your mobile wallets, with your Apple Pay, the chip card, swipe, contactless cards. What type of business are you? And these are some of the restaurant, retail, health, auto dealers, beauty professionals. These are fantastic businesses that really utilize merchant services. I will say that my son played baseball from the age of 4 and was the Marion County Pitcher of the Year. And I was in charge. I was the treasurer for the baseball team. So we did where you can attach to your cell phone for concession stands. We increased the years I was the treasurer, we increased 300% of people just coming to at the concession stand because they could swipe a card that's attached to your phone. And that itself helped the boosters, and it helped the children in the baseball team. So things like that, people think, oh, no, I don't need that. We're not going to be doing that much business, but it really increases your business to have that convenience. Somebody would be like, oh, I can't afford that. I don't have that on my checking account, but they know that they have a deposit coming in to be able to pay it with their Visa. That gives them the freedom to do so much more. So, borrowing solutions, secured against your assets as collateral, giving some security to the lender, and pay off at fixed intervals over a set period of time. Miss Roxanne, I think I'm going to let you speak to this because you are fantastic with our loans.
Yeah, so there's obviously different types of loans that can be offered. There's a matching game down at the bottom. We won't have you do this individually, but we can talk about it and see. We can just kind of test knowledge. So if there is a loan that's secured against your assets as collateral, it gives the lender some security. So what type of loan might that be if you look at the bank at the bottom? The answer kind of answers it for you, right? So supported by your credit worthiness and obtained without the use of any collateral. So the exact opposite. If there's no collateral on the loan, that would be an unsecured, absolutely. If a loan is paid off at fixed intervals over a set period of time. So set term, set payment, that would be classified as a term loan or term note. This loan reduces risk for lenders, making it easier for business owners to get a loan if they don't qualify for traditional financing. So this is an overlay that the financial institution might have to help eliminate risk and give a specific type of guarantee. I know you know this term. Absolutely. This loan helps to finance the cost of equipment by spreading out the cost. That would be equipment loan. And then a one-time lump sum extensions of credit paid through periodic, consistent installments. Loan. And then the flexible option where a set borrowing limit is extended to consumers and funds can be borrowed again later after the money is repaid. That is your revolving line of credit that allows the funds, as you pay it down, it's available to be used again. Lines of credit, though, do come with a variable rate, so they are tied to prime. So the rate isn't actually fixed. That can fluctuate as prime fluctuates. But it does give a lot of flexibility to business owners. All right.
Thank you, Ms. Roxanne.
Of course.
Okay. So insurance, we have a little true and false question. Insurance helps protect your business so you can focus on making it grow. So true or false, even minor mishaps can lead to large lawsuits. True, definitely. If your business has employees, you should have workers' compensation insurance. True or false? True. If you rent your space, you don't need commercial property insurance. Very good. If you're young and able-bodied, you don't need to worry about having life or disability insurance. Yes, so in the spaces below, general liability insurance can help protect your business from you're right, Charlie. Commercial property insurance can help protect your property from fires, anything destroys people breaking in. Life and disability insurance can help with if you get disabled on the job, if you lose your life on the job, things like that. Workers' compensation insurance can cover when a worker gets hurt. Other types of insurances, I really like Key Man Insurance. I think it's one of the best products that we offer as far as insurance, because if you yourself as self-employed business owner is hurt, who's going to work? Who's going to keep it going? Key Man Insurance really picks that up and helps you. So insurance is a really big thing, and it's the one that business owners do not want to pay for, but it's one of the most important things. Oh, what's the difference? A full-time employee or a contract worker? Well, this is going to be. You're a seasonal business owner who needs some help with a particular service. You should hire a contract or a full-time contract. Yes. Okay, I read that one. You want to build company loyalty, work with someone long-term and oversee their work methods. You should hire a, yes, full-time. If Bill receives payment after his services, he is contract worker. If Anita is on payroll and is paid bi-weekly, she is full-time employer. A blank handles their own taxes, benefits, and marketing costs. A blank works regularly scheduled hours and less sensitivity to market trends. Full-time employee. Okay,
One thing to think about for business owners is employees. So we got to retain good talent, right? So offering benefits to those employees, if we can offer full-time, a lot of people are going to want to go for full-time. Think about other benefits that could retain employees. So direct deposit is one. A lot of employees like that convenience of direct deposit, that they don't have to take a paper check and run to the bank. So it's convenient for them. And then any benefits that a business owner can offer to their employees helps to retain those employees, because turnover can be extremely expensive for the business owner. So really educating the business owners to really go after and attract that key talent, but then also to retain them by offering benefits that could keep their interest. Sorry, Vicki.
no, I appreciate it very much. Okay. Okay, so this is, we hope that growing your business has provided you with knowledge. Action item number 1. What or how will my business benefit from the action item number 1? I'm not understanding action item number 1. Where are the actions, Miss Roxanne?
I would just open it up to
Yes.
questions or specific concerns, anything top of mind for you. I know you had mentioned earlier on business lending being an area of topic that you were interested in.
Vicki Ferris, Truist Bank. I thank you all for attending. Anything else? If you have any kind of questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. My personal cell phone number is 304-376-3979, and I will be very happy to help anybody and everybody. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for being here with us today.
Thank
Thank you to our collaborators, and we're looking forward to posting this recording for our members in the public to see, so they can benefit from the great resources.
you.